Is it our goal to change culture and change all these things we don't like, or is it our goal to prepare our children for this culture that is always going to be a mess?
Now we're hitting.
You got that?
We're hitting a question of our faith.
Absolutely.
Because what it make it right now, we're making essentially a secular discussion and a secular argument. You switch that to, okay, how do we approach this as Christians? And the truth is that...
Jot it down. What do we do? What is our goal?
The truth is that if states decide they're going to have papers, and if they decide they're going to put stamps on you, and if the government decides they're going to track everywhere you go, well, you know what? As a Christian, you say, it is well with my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And then... my goal is to
we can
raise my children to still be faithful.
But we can still work within the opportunities of changing culture and being active in such things. But we can't have our faith hanging in the balance based on what this this culture is going to do. We've got to be something more. And we've got to find peace in it.
Well, yeah. And you have to make a decision, which I'm sure I've made, that let's say this government one day did switch where
I didn't have the freedom to preach.
Your preaching is outlawed. Yeah. You do not have that freedom. Well, guess what? That has happened through many places.
Bring the cameras
all
to jail.
Through history.
Bring the cameras to the jail. Then.
Yeah, but I mean that has happened
because it would be history. A large room with a lot of men and women who would be faithful,
and
not just me.
No, but the point is that guess what? Do you know where faith spreads? It spreads under oppression. Do you know what Paul does when he gets arrested and put in jail? He starts preaching to the guards and the other inmates.
He also just tells his story.
As a Christian, you know that wherever I'm put, I will be faithful and spread the word. And so that is a completely different discussion. We keep it in a secular topic, then we can make these decisions. But the foundation of it is at some point you do sit back and you go, whatever happens, it is well with my soul.
Which also means we know where our line is on our activism, on our response to these things. At some point, do we step back and say, okay, I've done all I can do here. Now I will walk by faith and deal with it. These are complicated issues as well. And it's complex within the Christian community because not everybody sees eye to eye on this either. So everything we're talking about here is wrapped in this puzzle that is humanity and how there's many different views as there are people, it seems like. And how do we navigate through that?
I think the hard part for most Christians is finding that line of, do I need to be active or do I need to be apathetic?
Yeah. And there is a huge difference. But how am I active?
And I think that's different for most people. I think there are definitely Christians who are not made to stand on those front lines.
I agree with that.
I think that's
okay.
There
were the baggage keepers as well as the frontline warriors in those Old Testament stories.
Yeah, and I don't think...
And both were important.
I don't think that those that are not on the front lines should look at those on the front lines and say, you need to calm down. I don't think those on the front lines need to look back at them and say, you need to get up here.
That's exactly right.
I think everyone has their point and they need to trust that God will use you where you are.